Tajaho, tēnā koutou. Hello everyone. When I was growing up on our family sheep station, wool was typically associated with carpets, upholstery, and clothing. And although there's been a lot of advancements in textile technologies, we really haven't strayed away from these sectors. But it's challenging times. The price of strong wool is at an all-time low, and our reliance on fossil fuels is having a damaging effect on our environment. The good news is that everybody here has a part to play to do something about it. We must act now, but we need to think differently. We need to think about where we put wool and how we use it. We must reinvent wool. During my presentation, I'm going to tell you about why we need to reinvent wool, how my company Woolchemy is transforming wool through science, and also I'm going to give you some ways about how you can do it too. Our ecosystem is under threat from climate change, pollution, war, and our excessive waste. Since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution 200 years ago, we have relied on a linear economy of take, make, dispose. This throwaway mentality is extremely wasteful, costly, and polluting. And we don't have another 200 years to do something about it. According to studies by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation, one garbage truck full of textiles is landfilled or burnt every second. And during use, 500,000 tonnes of microplastic fibres shed during washing and end up in the ocean and ultimately enters our food chain. We are literally eating our own clothes. It wouldn't be such a problem if we were eating wool. If we continue this way, by 2050, there will be more microplastic than fish in our oceans. And we have an ability to replace many of these single-use, non-biodegradable materials and replace them with more planet-friendly products like wool. But we need to design our processes and products so that they're regenerative and restorative. This is what a circular economy would do. And this is why we need to reinvent wool. So I've given you a reason why environmentally we need to reinvent wool. Next I'm going to talk to you about the Woolchemy story and how we are reinventing wool. We are making super absorbent biocomposite materials using wool. And we're putting them in everyday products that are single-use, disposable. You're going to hear about the problem we faced, the scientific solution that we found, and then its benefits. So as a mother, I always thought I was doing the best thing by my children, putting them in disposable diapers. Everyone slept better, and we didn't have to deal with the dirty diapers. But one day, my mother was visiting, and she commented about just how many diapers we used in our household. I didn't really think about it, and I didn't really know what was actually contained in these disposable diapers. And when I went away and did some research, I was quite shocked. Your typical disposable diaper is made up of 1/2 to 3/4 of plastic. This equates to about a cup of crude oil. And many chemicals are added to these diapers to mask odour and for antibacterial properties. Interestingly, there are no regulations on manufacturers to actually state what the ingredients are in these products on the packaging. One baby will contribute 1 tonne of waste over 2 years. And diapers will take up to 500 years to biodegrade. Well, that's a guess because no one's really lived for 500 years. You can imagine all that extra chemicals added to a landfill, what the toxic off-gassing is creating. 5,000 diapers are made every second. There are many reasons why you would put wool in a diaper. You need comfort, you need odour control, you need to wick moisture away from the skin, you want the antibacterial properties, and if you can get biodegradable products, that would be amazing. Now these are properties that are all inherent in wool, so it just makes sense to use wool in these types of products. The only problem is, wool actually isn't that absorbent for these type of applications. So the challenge was, how are we going to make wool super absorbent? After 2 years of research, we actually did it. Okay. So here's a little demonstration, very short, about what our NewsOrb technology actually does. Our NewsOrb technology is actually a wet treatment, and it transforms sheep wool to be both hydrophilic and absorbent. It will absorb up to 25 times its weight in moisture compared to just 1/3 of regular wool. This is not a surfactant. We are not coating the fibres. We do not use chlorination. We actually change the molecular structure of the wool fibre, and the absorbency is permanent. We can process loose wool fibre, wovens, non-wovens, yarns, and even on finished garments. If you have a blended fabric, the process will only impact the wool component. We have a patent pending in 154 countries, and we've entered the national phase in all major jurisdictions. In a benchmark analysis comparing absorbency materials of a typical diaper, our NewsOrb material had superior absorbency capacity. We're very proud that we've actually designed the process to be completely an environmental circular process. By this, I mean we recover, we recycle, and we reuse the components. A key component of the process is actually a byproduct from another agricultural industry, and it's plentiful. You can get it anywhere around the world. And the process is quite simple. An interesting finding that we had, but probably not surprising, is that it has very good dye uptake. So we took a white non-woven material, which was a strong wool non-woven. We took 2 samples from that, and one we put through our NewsOrb technology, and then we dyed them through a charcoal coloured dye, and these were the results. The the NewsOrb non-woven had really good uptake of dye. There are many benefits from our NewsOrb technology. There are many applications that we could use this technology in. We are not a diaper company. we are actually making super absorbing wool composite materials that could go into these type of applications. If you have an application where you need to absorb urine, blood, chemicals, or any kind of fluid, our nozzle technology will be really useful. Our key focus has been on healthcare products, and here's the reason why. Our global population is ageing. We're living longer, but we're not necessarily healthier. Currently, 8%, or 524 million of our global population is in that age group of 65 plus. By 2025, this will jump up by 78%. In 2050, this age group will account for 16%, or 1.5 billion of our population. So let's look at ways that you can reinvent wool. First, obvious one, come work with us. We can't possibly make every single application with our technology. So we are looking to collaborate with people that maybe have product ideas that could use our process. If you are a wool sourcer, we're going to need people to source wool for us. And it's our intention that we pay the wool grower more money. We're also going to need help, manufacturing help, to actually output the absorbent fibre that we're going to need to use. Another way, be disruptive. Look inside other sectors and see if there's been a lack of innovation, or perhaps it lacks some environmental sustainable products. If you put wool in there, people will buy less of these synthetic materials. You could do what we did. We looked at absorbency, but because the wool structure is so complex, you could actually pick any number of the other properties and enhance it to be supernatural. There are examples already where they're being disruptive to other industries, such as the Allbirds wool runners that are disrupting the shoe industry. There is another company in New Zealand that are disrupting the filter industry with anti-pollution masks. There is enough wool in this mask to make the value of strong wool $1,000 per kg. You only need to use a little bit to really take effect of the wool. We need to be more responsible with our processing. We need to design products more simply. Look at recycling collection systems. This is a good way to stay in touch with your customers and to upsell them with new products. Textiles to the consumer often has a very bad reputation. So if you can improve and show that you're actually making improvements to your manufacturing processes, this goes a long way with consumers. Create relationships with the farmers. As much as the consumer wants to know where their wool products are coming from, farmers actually also want to know where their products are going to. And retailers need to make sure that everyone in the supply chain benefits. Everyone will win that way. Innovation and investment must be at the forefront of everything we do. You cannot afford to stay comfortable in one spot. We might be developing diapers today, but tomorrow it might be smart tech clothing. We need to evolve with the consumer's needs. We need to keep up with scientific discoveries and leverage them. And we also need to take stock of the external factors that are impacting us, such as the environmental issues. let me just go back over what we've covered today. The current linear model of take, make, dispose is threatening our livelihoods and our planet. We have an opportunity and a responsibility to do something about it. My company, Wilkeme, identified a problem where there are too many non-biodegradable, single-use products. Strong wool has been typically used in durable type products, but there are so many other products out there where we could use wool. We had to find a way to make wool super absorbent, so then we could open up new markets. Ways that you can reinvent wool: 1, work with Wilkeme. 2, be disruptive to your own markets and to others. Be responsible. Make sure that your processes are circular. You will save money if you can recycle your components. And innovate and invest. We need to invest in fresh thinking that puts the health of people and the environment first. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to think differently, be accountable, and take action. This is our greatest opportunity to reinvent wool. We need to look at how we use wool and where we put it. The payoff will be a healthy planet and a prosperous, sustainable wool sector. So my parting question to you all is, where else can you put wool? If you want to get in contact with us, you can go to our website, wilkeme.com. There is an article on us in the Twist magazine that you got in your packs, or just drop me a line at dereleeps@wilkeme.com. Thank you.